So the Solo Motorsports frame reinforcement plates, I guess you would call them, are pretty much that one. I gotta redo that one, but somebody welded that shock mount on like that, and I gotta clean that area up a little bit. I don't even like that whole setup. I'd like to cut that all out of there really, but it's already there, and I think for now, until I just do the archive garage or some kind of other shock relocation, I think in the meantime I'm just gonna clean that area up, paint it real good, and then just put that last plate in there. And that's probably it. But that's basically how they go there, and then the one up the front there, and then the one right there, and then that one actually gets welded to that one, so it'll basically be tied in from that shock mount the whole way back to there. And then this cross member's here, and then it's that little plate there at the back. So that's how that looks. This side's close to finished. Like I said, I sprayed weld through primer all behind everything and stuff like that. And I'm gonna use the Eastwood internal frame coating and stick it in everywhere and spray it in all the spots just to get it in there good while this is off. And I'm gonna use the Eastwood chassis black up there and hit the whole frame with it real good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That side there, found a little rust right here that I gotta do something about, but not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that yet. I'm gonna have to look at it better tomorrow, but it's basically I'll probably just, I don't know, I might just cut it out and weld the plate in there and use the plate to take the place of most of that piece, but just leave whatever still good metal in there. Just cut out all the rust. Make it like that, so it's not a huge deal. This cross member here has a little rust spot there. Eventually I might remake one of them or get a new one. That cross member there, it's pretty decent. I took the spare tire thing out because I ain't using that anymore. And then the other thing is there's like rust starting in between here, so I'm going to take the hitch off. After all that's plated up, both sides are done, I'll take the hitch and the bumper off. And I was thinking about possibly putting the hitch up in the frame rails here, but I'm not sure exactly if I want to do that yet or not, because I don't know yet. It sucks because I could do it and it would actually be perfect because it would fit. I think it fit perfect in there if I cut it off, and then I could just put fish plates on the thing and like tie it all together with that, and I could literally butt it up against here like this and weld it there, there, and there, and box it all in and make it really solid. But that would bring the hitch up here, which was gonna put the receiver right through here, which is exactly where I wanted it. And then I was gonna make the tag flip up, but it's gonna move it back though, about from there probably back to here. I'd probably want it at least into there. It's at least going to move it back 3 inches, and then that will move the receiver back 3 inches. So I'd probably have to make a custom hitch or something. I'm not sure, to get it to come out far enough, because the bumper would probably be in the way. The only other option would be to cut the bumper out here and there and just do it like that, because then the hitch would come down and wouldn't be in the way. That's another option, which I might do because I don't really care about this bumper. it's dented and everything. I might just do that, but while the frame's all boxed in back there, I wouldn't mind. I'm taking this off anyway, so I could potentially chop the hitch off on both sides and just, it would fit perfectly in there from what I measured. It would be close. And then I have enough plates and other stuff, I could definitely put some gussets here and here, you know, both sides, and that thing would be strong. It would be stronger than it is now, probably hanging down like it is. And then I'll just bolt the back bumper back on to where it was. But I don't know. I don't really like that hitch hanging down like that, and I also don't like this back bumper either, so I don't know if I want to put the hitch there right now or not. But in the future, I'm going to build a back bumper and get rid of all that stuff. But for now, it might just get cleaned up and put back on. It's got that layering starting in between here and on that side, and I want to, once the hitch is off, I'm going to, if I put it back on, I'm going to wire brush it all at least and scrape all the loose stuff off and paint it at least at the minimum. These things turned out pretty good. It's a pretty cool lightweight kit. The whole kit only weighs probably, I don't even know, not a lot. Couple pounds at the most, maybe 5 pounds or less probably for all of it. So I took that piece out there. By taking that out and then putting this plate kit on, I mean, it's probably not much difference in weight. I mean, that piece there probably weighed a pound and this probably weighed like a couple pounds, so it's really not even much heavier. For the amount of strength you gain from these plates, it's worth it. They don't weigh much because they're super lightweight. Like this plate here, that thing weighs hardly anything. So this one, I think, is the one that goes over there. And then that finishes that side up. But this side, like I said, it has holes in the plate. One of the holes, see, there's the holes right here and there. And those are the holes that go onto there. So I'm gonna have to get that figured out tomorrow. The bed took about 25-30 minutes to take off. It's not hard. It's hanging out here. Here's how I did that too. I put the ratchet straps from corner to corner in an X and then hooked it in the middle and then just lifted it off. Super easy. It's not hard at all to do. And it's just sitting there right now. And then when I put it back on, I'll jack it up a little higher again because it's kind of slowly going down. And back right under it, like I pulled right out from underneath of it now, and I'll just back right back under it again and probably take about another 30 minutes and have it back on, get it lined up. It's the shackles I got, they're pretty beefy 1-inch shackles. You can see them over there. They're just off eBay. They're like 60 bucks for the pair. It's not bad at all. I ended up cutting the exhaust off here too. I'm gonna get rid of this bracket, clean that up, and I'll probably just run the bolts back in. And then these are the other holes. I'm gonna put them plastic plugs in those holes there, all 4 of them, and I might even do these holes here because stuff can fly back there. So I'll probably order 5 more of them plugs. Actually, that hole too I want to do. So I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, so 8 holes, just because the tires shoot stuff and it can go in them holes. And then those are really critical because the stuff sits in there, and that's usually where these rot is, in there. They usually rust out back there because stuff's sitting in there. Had mud and dirt in there and stuff. I got it all out, and then I Eastwood internal frame coated all that in there and stuff. So this thing should be pretty solid. I do have to put a plate actually over there now that I think about it, on that body mount right there. I was going to cut that out and weld a plate on there to fix that too while I have this apart. I just thought of that though. I didn't see that before. But tomorrow I'll do an update and show what it looks like after it's all together and painted.